Hello guys, this is Sion the Ghost, and today I'll be talking about book ideas I failed to start since 2020. Well, it's not actually I failed to start, it's the fucking author that failed to start, and that bitch called Sim Chaos, yeah, he fucking failed to start books. One of them's actually my story, my origin story, because I appear later on in Unholy Reincarnation, and a bit of Shadow's Reincarnation, and a bit of Children of the Stars, but I think he also didn't add that in. Oh well. Featuring me, yeah boy. Okay, first off, Birth of 10 Mythic. Alright, I heard about it from the author himself. This one right here was supposed to be them fighting on the front lines, and then the protagonist gets crushed to death, supposedly. But then he wakes up like 100 years later in the same position he got crushed. The crater had disappeared, and then bam, he realized there's something wrong with his body. I was like, and then what's even funnier, it's supposed to be about beast taming, but the author forgot the plot already. So now we're here. Moving on. Immortal Emperor's Tower Climbing Run. This one's actually pretty fucking new that he came up with. And I was like, there's so many tower climbing novels right now. So I just thought, hey, why not a reincarnated Immortal Emperor? Alright, from the xianxia genre, goes for a Korean style tower climbing run. Alright, pretty self-explanatory. Next, leveling against the plotline. Oh. This one I heard from the author hall that when he thought of this, he was like, it could work, it could not work, we should just throw this onto Royal Road or something. Because at that point he realized, man, I procrastinate a lot in writing. So now we're here. But as you can see, he decided to brought it back to web novel and try to write it on web novel for WSA next year, hopefully. If not, these stories will just grow dust. Just saying, each of these stories already have a pretty solid outline. It's just his motivation to write is non-existent. Okay, thank you. Next, this is my story, alright? Epic of Heaven, Ascension. Now I know the cover looks sus and all, but it's not, alright? It is my origin story that I took pride in, and he never delivered, alright? The author never delivered. Son of a bitch. Knight of the Zodiacs. Now this one I heard from the Zodiacs themselves. It was supposed to be just a 200 chapter, 30 chapter per volume story of the literal Chinese Zodiacs taking a break in the mortal realm, alright? And then they got caught, got recorded down. That's the story, Knight of the Zodiacs. And, well, they say thanks because, you know, the story isn't. Since the author has issues that we all now know, they don't... so many embarrassing stories. You don't get to read, I don't get to read, no one gets to read. The author knows, they know what they did. Hey, usually I don't judge for the shit they did. We should judge. Okay, this one. This one's in Chinese. I'm gonna guess what it means. 白狼雕像让我抽到 SUR. Psych, I'm Chinese. Ha! Anyway, yeah, so the White Wolf statue gave me... the White Wolf statue allowed me to draw a SUR. There's actually supposed to be a tiny, like, title over here that writes Daily Sign-In, because during this point, the author kept reading Daily Sign-In novels, and then he thought of this. And then this was supposed to be the origin story of these Northern Wolf Celestial that now the Magic Martial World continent is having a war with. And then I'm allied with this wolf guy because the food he gives and the food he provides is delicious, alright? It's better than a 3-star Michelin meal. And then next up, ASR Records of the House. Now this is supposedly the sequel to ASR. ASR is a Shadow's Reincarnation. 80 chapters on web novel, all free. This is the sequel, and then supposedly it's supposed to tell the political aftermath after the main character of ASR ascended into the heavens. Alright, so this story actually follows his disciple, Jacqueline. And yeah, a lot of politics, I should say. Alright, next up, Liu Lian Isan, which is actually Wandering Through the Realms. The title was first thought in English, and then the author translated over to Chinese, because he wanted to post this on Qidian, which he never got to. And then he got lazy, overall. So yeah, there's that. Now this. We're just sworn brothers. I would like to admit that I think this was the author's first yaoi bait novel that he tried writing. I say yaoi bait because there is a protagonist, there is a male lead, and all other characters in the book are males as well. I think there's a female character, but she's like the Fujoshi of the whole like sect. So that's fun. And oh, this is the fourth continuation of the Retired X Rank series, also on web novel. I am talking about web novel a lot because mainly the author writes there. So yeah, and You Can't Handle My Buffs. This is a story that follows the retired life of an X ranker who mainly supports. He heals, he buffs you and whatnot, but he only retired because his commander told him, "Hey man, you're just too strong. Your buffs are giving people adrenaline rushes for 30 minutes straight, and then they just die on the battle, mid battle with enemy knights, soldiers, dragons, whatever, and then they just boom, explode in the blood mist because they couldn't handle your buffs." And then yeah, he's just forced to retire. And then finally, the author's newest idea, as if he doesn't have enough: the sheep and his wolves. And then from what the author had said, this is actually supposed to be a yaoi book. He was thinking about whether to make this Omega verse or not. He told me that the sheep would be an Enigma, and then there'll be 2 Alpha Wolves and 1 Omega Wolf. And I don't know how's that gonna work. I just told him, man, just make it normal yaoi. We don't need these Omega verse shits anymore. And yeah, hey, thanks for watching. We're done.